Humans are, above all else, storytelling animals. We use narratives of all sorts to make meaning in our lives and to make sense of the world around us. Physical and social. We just can't help ourselves. Here's an example. Look at these groups of words. It's really difficult not to bring these words together in a way that makes meaning. Our brains look immediately for ways to associate the sets in a way that is coherent with what we know about the world. Whatever you did when seeing those word sets, it would be almost impossible just to see them as inert individual words. The same is true when we see objects or events, and this is very interesting when we talk about causal relationships. It's easy to assume that the writing we see is caused by someone who used this pen. Fair enough. We can't be sure, but it's a reasonable assumption. Same if we look at these two objects. We assume the pen was crushed by the pliers. We don't know that, but it seems a strong possibility. But what if we saw this? One of our biases is to assume that all we see is all there is. So we make our story based only on that information, which may be seriously incomplete. When we combine all our collective experience, we get much better data. We can use that data to find better causal explanations for what we observe. We can then collectively create and test those explanatory frameworks, call them theories, which seem to have the best ability to predict and unify our experiences, usually through postulating some kind of causal relationship between the things we observe. What's more, we can see if our collective causal explanations cohere with what we already know about the world. In such a process, we can bring many explanatory frameworks together. The better all of these fit together, the more confident we are that our stories can be useful. We should also mention here an important idea to do with explanations. Generally, when scientists are faced with a variety of possible explanations, they choose the simplest one. This shedding of unnecessary complexity is what has come to be known as Occam's razor.